I got to know about pizza when I was 23 years old.
Actually drew a national attention on the iron deficiency anemia and how it is a very big problem among children and adolescents.
So as a part of curriculum itself, these habits are taught to school. How are you able to control your urge not to eat all those enticing Western food?
Hello everyone and welcome to our podcast series. I am Bipasa, a clinical nutritionist and a health educator. And through this series, we hope to have meaningful conversations about how different spaces in a child's life contribute to our overall well-being. Today's conversation focuses on a very important question: how schools influence a child's healthy habits. It is my pleasure to welcome our guest today, Ms. Srividya Sridhar, Principal of Lotus Petal Senior Secondary School, who brings a very unique professional journey to the field of education. So, whenever we talk about children's health, we often think about hospitals, doctors, and even medicines. But if we pause for a moment and reflect, one of the most powerful places where children's healthy habits are actually formed is the school.
Agree. Yeah.
So, before we talk about schools and students, I would actually like to take a glimpse of your own childhood. So, how was your childhood, and what was the point of view of your family towards food habits or healthy routines, and how was it about?
Yeah, it's an interesting question, Bipasa. Well, in fact, even before you asked me, I've always thought about this.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the demands of the current generation, the kind of food habits that they have.
Right.
Sometimes that makes us think, where are we going? You know, in terms of our nutrition, and where is it going, isn't it? Talking about my childhood, by default, what we ate at home was always nutritious.
Right.
So eating out was less. So it was, after we achieved something, or maybe we were successful that school year. So that was a kind of a prize, I would say, our parents gave us. They used to take us an outing. Or the other times I remember is when we used to travel, when we didn't stay with any family, then probably, we would go and eat out. So that's it. And that was a time when I'm talking about late 70s and early 80s, where these food aggregators were not there. So it was not easy for someone to order from home because there were no smartphones, there was no mobile phones for that matter. So that's how my childhood was. So whatever we ate, my parents and my grandparents, they ensured that we ate healthy food.
So you have spent so many years with parents and students over, if I'm not wrong, over last 20 years and more, right? So if you compare that with your childhood experience with the lifestyle that you see among children today, so what is the significant difference that you see?
So, in terms of our food habits or exercises or daily routines, if I see all these, I would categorize students or children of today, into two. There are children who are quite aware, very conscious. They are in fact exercise freak. They go into all those supplements like, I need this amount of protein drink every day and all these things. While there are other the other category of children, I would say, who are quite happy with whatever they get. They want to enjoy life.
Right.
So those are the ones who would happily try out all new dishes, and they live on pizzas and burgers and soft drinks, and so those things are there. So now talking about our, the health routine that we had, as I spoke to you about my childhood, to, take you a little further into that, my family, like my father was a disciplinarian. So irrespective of whether it was school day or it was a holiday or vacation, we had to wake up at a particular time. So there was no negotiation there. And then we had a daily routine set, and we had to do that. And playing out was possible for us. We used to play out, and wherever possible, we used to walk. And so even though we had access to the other modes of transportation, but then say if there is a distance that I need to cover, which is say 1 kilometer or 2 kilometers, walking was not an issue for us. Right. We thoroughly enjoyed doing it, and a group of children would go walk together and come back. and parents were not actually escorting us wherever we went. So those things were there. So I would rather say our lifestyle itself was such that it led to a healthy routine.
Right.
So that's how it was. Unlike today, if you see, there are many children, the moment they step out of the house, they have a car which drives them to a place.
Right.
And even for the classes or schools, so the hardships that they face is nothing. I would say, I say this about children who come from those the affluent families.
Right.
Yes, there are also the other class of children where who still struggle. They do they walk. They go to school, and we see very few children doing that on the roads these days, because today if you see, even schools buses they ply buses to far off places.
Right.
Whereas in our time we didn't have that kind of facility. So I still remember till my middle school years, I would remember we used to travel by a pooled vehicle, which was an auto rickshaw at that time.
Right.
And after that, once I was in high school, I remember we all used to take the public bus, go to school, and the stop where we used to get off the bus and walk to the school, which was like 1.5 kilometers for me.
Right.
Same way in the evening I had to walk back. So we are lugging our lunch bag, our school bag, and then walking to school, coming back and taking the public bus, and we never complained. We thoroughly enjoyed and we did it.
Right. And also, rightly said by you, I would like to add one thing, that also nowadays we can see that in every few meters we have vendors and stalls of fast food, that actually give fast food to the children at a very cheaper price. So that is also a factor that has changed the healthy or unhealthy, we can say, eating habits of the children, right?
Yeah, as rightly said, there are many outlets on the way which can entice children, and even the ones who are very conscious about the diet, they might also sometimes be kind of motivated to try these things.
Right.
So that's how the offers are there. You buy one burger and you get this thing free. So these things are real. So the Western influence, the Western eating habits or the food influence is a lot more than it was earlier. In fact, I would say I got to know about pizza when I was 23 years old. Until that age, I never had tasted pizza.
Okay, that's very interesting to know, because I think I got introduced to pizza at a very early age when I was a kid. I think that is the difference of the healthy habits being influenced. As someone working with the students on nutrition and health education, I often see that different kind of long-term health behaviors, they actually start forming at a very early age during the school years only. So also there are some premier medical and research institutes like NIMHANS. They also emphasize that childhood and adolescent periods, they are the most critical period of the child, where the child actually develops not only cognitive and emotional behavior but also lifelong healthy habits. I would like to know something about it from you.
Yeah, Melanie. Yes, this is true, I would say, because a child starting from nursery, when he or she starts coming into school, they spend about 7 hours out of 24 hours at school. So as a part of curriculum itself, these habits are taught to school, not just the eating habits, healthy habits, you can use that phrase. So how it is incorporated in the curriculum is that if you see the timetable of a nursery kid in the school, so they come in the morning and then they learn to wash their hands here and before eating, how they do it, and then they also show their gratitude towards food. Well, this is that where they thank that, well, thank you whosoever for giving this food to me. So we teach that, so that we also teach them how to show the gratitude for something. And also as a part of the curriculum, we have the physical education classes, where starting from nursery itself, the gross motor skills, fine motor skills, then age appropriate games and physical activities are incorporated into the curriculum itself.
Right.
And similarly, we have classes based on health and nutrition, where in our schools we have a health educator who goes into each of the classes and then teaches about hygiene and good habits and eating habits and nutrition. And nutrition is also part of their science lessons. So all these are taught and also practiced in the primary years itself in the school. So as children grow up, these habits also grow with them. So that is why it is essential that schools incorporate these into their curriculum, and at the same time families also should emphasize this by giving opportunities for children to be independent and develop their eating habits in a healthy way.
Perfect. Very nice.
So, in this context, I would like to say something. See, there might be people who might differ with me because I have traveled across the globe. I've been to several countries. I've worked with people of different nationalities. What I have seen is that generally in Asia, the children are pampered in the sense that till the child reaches, say, the age of 5 or 6, parents keep feeding them literally. Whereas if you see the Western countries, many children, they develop the eating habits at a very early age and they are very independent. And where they are taught to eat even boiled vegetables at the age of 4 or 5.
Right.
Where they hold a fork and then they eat.
Right.
And vegetables like broccoli. Not many children like it, isn't it? So, but we see, so those habits are something which we should try and teach our children.
Perfect, perfect. Even I vouch by it because in this way the child actually understand what is my healthy habit and how should I eat healthy fruits and vegetables and how it is going to help me.
So allowing them to play with food and feel the texture of the food,
Right.
Those things do make a difference, and that's what we attempt at school. So when children come for a nursery or the pre-primary grade, they may not like everything, but we have the simple instruction: anything that comes on the plate should not be wasted.
Right.
So then they understand and then they finish the food that they have taken.
So Srividya ma'am, in recent years, India has placed a very strong emphasis on improving child nutrition through national initiatives like Poshan Abhiyan, which actually takes care of the child's nutrition with the help of school meal programs. And that not only focuses on providing meals, but also building awareness about nutrition among the children and the families. So from your perspective, I would like to know that how important do you think such national initiatives are? And a second question to it would be, how do you think as Lotus Petal we are aligned with such initiatives?
Okay, so now here again I would like to quote my school days. So I come from the state of Tamil Nadu. So when I was in school, the then Chief Minister, Mr. M.G. Ramachandran, so he had introduced something called midday meals.
Right.
I never understood the significance of this. So I've even thought about this. Why would meal be something kind of so something to motivate children to come to school? Why is meal being offered? Back then I was too young to understand that this way the literacy level of the state will also improve. These children who are not educated or who have never been to school will also start coming to school. At the same time, the nutrition is also taken care of. Right. So now when I look at it, and as a principal of the school at Lotus Petal Foundation, when I compare this is exactly what we are doing here. So as a foundation, we provide education to children from the marginalized communities, and we also take care of their nutrition and livelihood. So how do we do it? So we have a program called Zero Hunger Program. So which means, see, if somebody is hungry, he or she cannot focus what the teacher is talking in the class. So we ensure that every child is satisfied, they are happy, they have had their fill, and then they go to the classes. So we start, as soon as students enter the school, they have a breakfast in the morning. So we have a huge dining hall and a cafeteria, so and a kitchen, which is a state-of-the-art kitchen where about 10,000 meals can be made in a day. And as of now, we have about 3,000 people who have 3,000 meals are cooked each day for both. So it's not just the breakfast, we offer them lunch also. So both our breakfast and lunch menu are carefully curated by our in-house health nutritionist Dr. Nandita Chakraborty. And also these items are not, so to break the monotony, what we do is the menu is changed.
We have a cyclic
Seasonal.
menu.
Yeah, it's a cyclic menu. So that children look forward to,
Right.
eating that. Particularly Wednesdays are the days when we have paneer in school and children just love it. Nobody would skip their lunch
Right.
or lunch that day. So that's how we ensure that we take care of their nutrition. And I'd also like to highlight here that see, usually children of the age group, say nursery or pre-primary years, they tend to fall sick often. They come under the weather influences and change of season. All these will impact them. You won't believe we have at least say 10 to 15 students who maintain 100% attendance even in
Wonderful.
nursery. And so that group, that part of or a wing of the school is called Vidyananda. Vidyananda is from nursery to grade 2.
That's right.
So all these children, and not so this is, I'm talking about 15 children maintaining 100% attendance in all the 4 quarters. But each quarter individually, if we see, we would have more than 20 students from Vidyananda itself who would be coming to school regularly. So children look forward to coming to
Right.
school. Not because of the food, because of the other activities also that we do with them.
Right. Right. So, ma'am, recently I was reading the newspaper and I actually was reading about, there was an editorial that I was reading. It was from National Family Health Survey, and it actually drew national attention on the iron deficiency anemia and how it is a very big problem among children and adolescents. So in that context, I would actually like to ask you that what kind of practices should schools actually put regularly so that we keep a check on the health of the students?
So we do that proactively. So when I say proactively, we don't wait for something to show up and then take action. So we have our annual medical health checkups for all our students. So as soon as the school reopens, within the first 4 weeks, we ensure that blood tests are done to know the hemoglobin level of all the students who are enrolled in our school. We do their dental checkup, their eyes, ears, their BMI. So all these are checked and we keep a record of this. So this happens twice a year. So we do this BMI and BMI is the only one which is done again.
Right.
So again, after 6 months we do it to see a comparison as to how the health has progressed.
Right.
So that we do it, and in addition to that, we also have a program called Arogya Wellness.
Right.
So where we have an in-house nurse who is stationed there all the time. So when there are health issues or any immediate, medical attention required, we ensure that the child is attended to by the nurse, and based on the requirement, if need be, we take the student to the hospital and then see or consult a physician and see what can be done next.
For any medical consult.
For any medical consult.
Right. Perfect.
So in addition to that, as a part of in addition to the annual checkup, we also do deworming for our students.
Right.
To ensure that their system is cleaned up.
Right.
And then any bugs, they are all just flushed out.
Right, perfect. So the most important stakeholder in a child's life is actually the parent. So ma'am, from your experience with so many years dealing with parents and students, how do you think, how are parents influenced in children's healthy habits these days?
Parents do have a significant influence. They do, because the eating habits at home are all because of how the parent teaches them. So as a school, here in school, we can teach them the healthy habits, but how it is being implemented there when they spend the time at home, it all depends on how parents take it seriously. But the good thing that I've noticed is the young parents or the new age parents, most of them are pretty aware and they know the benefits of eating healthy. And they do encourage. I've seen that. But yes, as I said, there are times, despite all these emphasis on healthy habits, despite parents also teaching them, it is the students develop some habits, along the way, either once they start going out, when they start eating, hanging out with their friends outside, that's when they develop all these habits.
Right.
But otherwise, what I have seen is increasingly parents are quite aware of the need for having a healthy eating habit.
Right. So I am sure that you believe in not only educating the children but also educating the parents regarding the healthy habits.
Yeah, if need be, see, we do that as a part of our orientation. We share our practices with the parents at school, and there are many parents who would agree that yes, we would love to take it forward, and sometimes they use school as a medium to talk to their children. Suppose if a child is too fond of say eating only the junk food, or doesn't give up all these things, or it could be a kind of an addiction where they're, instead of water, they drink only those soft drinks.
Right.
So if such things are there, parents do approach us, they seek our support in changing that habit in the child.
Right, perfect. So Srividya ma'am, we often focus on students' well-being, but teachers are constantly giving their energy to support others. How do you see health and well-being of teachers impacting the overall health culture of a school?
Definitely. Happy teachers can make happy classrooms, isn't it? So if teachers are not happy, if teachers are not physically fit, and if they look fatigued all the time, and if they are tired, so they may not be able to deliver well in the class, and the classes may not be effective.
Right.
And the learning outcomes that are expected may not happen then.
Right.
So it is essential. So as an organization, we do take care of the well-being of our teachers. To start with, I can say, when we plan the deployment of teachers, how many lessons should a teacher teach? So we ensure that, say out of a 40-hour week, we call it, we ensure that the maximum lessons a teacher can do in a week are only 30 lessons. So those 10 lessons, we give time for teachers so that they can, as much as possible, they can complete the school work while they are here, rather carrying back work at home. So this is one we take care of. And while I was talking about some of the practices, healthy practices that we do in our school, our students also, for their mental well-being, we have yoga, we have this meditation sessions every day for 20 minutes. So what we insist is that the teacher who is in the class should also do that meditation along with those students.
Right.
So that they inspire the students, at the same time it is for their own well-being.
Right.
In addition to that, we also have many social functions which are organized every now and then. That birthdays are celebrated. So we kind of spend time like family with our team. When it is work, it is work. But other times it's always, we ensure that we are one single family and we take care of their well-being.
Right. Okay, ma'am. So now that we are approaching towards the end of our episode, I would like to ask you, would you like to share any takeaway for our audience?
I would say that nothing can substitute healthy eating habits. And it's not just the nutrition or the eating habits, it's the mental well-being also which is important. So as a family, we need to emphasize on these things. And as educators in school, we do take care of all these things, not only the nutrition of our children, but also the mental well-being, and also teach them how to handle their emotions.
Right.
So this is something very important, and teachers definitely are role models, and also the school community also should keep inspiring both parents and students and their staff members to bring these healthy habits in their lives, because the habits are the ones which come along with us and stay with us for the entire life. So it is good, it is essential that we all develop good habits which will help us lead a healthy, happy life.
So thank you so much, Srividya ma'am, for sharing those valuable insights. Conversations like this remind us that schools are not only places for academic achievements and learnings, but also spaces where children begin to build the habits that shape their lifelong health and well-being.
Bipasa, before we close this conversation, I want to ask you something.
Yeah.
When I assume you're a millennial.
Yeah.
So, how are you able to control your urge not to eat all those enticing Western food?
Okay, so I think it's a very interesting question. I would not say it's very easy for me, or I would not say it's very hard for me, because as a health educator, I keep on reminding myself when I teach the students, when I talk to the students, it becomes a habit for me. It has become a habit for me. When I talk to them, I keep on reminding them, and that actually has inculcated in my life as well. I keep on reminding myself that I need to get rid of all the unhealthy foods, stay away from all the junks, and eat healthy. And in addition to that, touchwood, I have a very supporting family who actually emphasize a lot till date about eating healthy foods and being physically active and having a healthy routine. So yes, that is how I keep a check onto my health as
So
well.
do you keep account of pizzas and burgers or pastas that you eat?
Yes, sometimes
You
I
do.
do, and sometimes when it is a time of enjoyment, at that time when I'm with my family and friends, of course, it's little difficult to keep account on that. But most of the time, yes, I do.
Yeah, best wishes for you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, ma'am. It was lovely sharing this space with you. Till the time you see us with a new guest and some interesting new topics, stay healthy and stay tuned. Thank you.